Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Hope you're all having an amazing day today. My name is Lex and welcome to Planet Coaster. Oh, I've got a bit of a roller coaster sound there. So, say hello to the world that I have spent over 24 in-game hours working on. This thing, I've got addicted to this game. I admit that I've definitely not posted as many videos as I probably should have, because I was so addicted to playing this game and building this thing. This is a game that you just cannot put down. This sounds like some sort of like lame advertising thing, like they paid me. Seriously, they haven't paid me. Wouldn't mind if they did. But I actually bought this game with my own money as well. I've just got to say that this game is incredible. If anyone is a really creative person and they like this sort of like building a roller coaster sort of thing and you haven't checked this game out yet, just go and do it. It's seriously absolutely beautiful. So in this video, I want to show you what I've been spending over 24 in-game hours building. Now, you might think in that time, you know, Lex, you could build a whole theme park in that time. This is all I've built. This is it. Just this bit here. Just this. But don't think when I say just this bit here that it's just what you see on the surface, because actually quite a lot of it is underground. As you can see there's a nice little teaser for you right there. So actually, before we get started, I'm going to put some comments and questions on the screen. Just right there. These are comments and questions for the previous video. Want them featured? Leave some in the comment section below. I'll pick some at random and feature them at the start of the next video. And don't forget, I do have a Twitter. It's all in the description, at Figureight. You can find me on Twitter and follow me and stuff there. Right, now we've got all that stuff out of the way. Let's just actually take a look at this. So for those of you who have never seen this game before, you've never heard of Planet Coaster, this is, well, actually, let me just show you the sort of cool stuff that we can do. So let's just show you quickly the terrain editor. There we go. Now, if any of you are wondering about me doing like a series or something like this, as I've said, I've spent 24 hours on this. Even if I would have done a video that was 30 minutes each, that's a pretty long video. If I did 30-minute videos, that would be 48 videos. And obviously, I won't be posting one of those every single day because that would flood my channel. So that would probably be like 2 or 3 months of content for this game, and I would have built this. So you can kind of see why I wouldn't do a Let's Play. Even if it was an hour long, that's still 12. Sorry, that's still 24 videos. And obviously, that's still too much. So there's a terrain editor. We could do a bunch of really cool stuff. We can also dig down. We can chisel it out. We can sort of smooth it all off like that. We can also paint it like that in different things. We can also add water. Different types of water. There we go. So there's some standing water. Got some dirty water as well. And calm water. There we go. So we could do all sorts of amazing things with this. And that is how I have built up what you can see in front of me. Let me just clear this out of the way, because I definitely won't be wanting this in my map. I don't actually have a park entrance. I don't actually have anyone coming into the park. No one has ever been in here. No one. This has just constantly been empty. So all of this stuff is all single. All of this. This is just a sign I've placed right here. It's attached to this post that I've placed. Another sign, another sign. All of these things are actually editable. Hello. There we go. It says hello. You can also change the font. There we go. We can also change all the text colors and everything else. Let me just put that back there. There we go. Actually, I quite like. Actually, that font's better. All of this stuff is added on its own. So this little bush right here, this tree, this bush, and the other bush, and the other bush, and this tree. It's all added separately. This is where all the time goes, and this is why any of you who watch NerdCube's videos, he's currently doing a series on this. There was a 40-odd minute video that he posted yesterday where he just placed logs and built a bridge. The whole thing was just placing log bits for 40 minutes. So you can understand why I won't do a series on this. However, this video, I'm going to be showcasing this. You might perhaps be interested in just showcases. There are so many cool creations on the Steam Workshop that I would love to actually show you guys, because I really want to show you the amazingness of this game. So let me know in the comment section below if that's something you're interested in looking at. But apart from that, let's actually just jump in. So this is the start of Dead Rock. This is the main roller coaster, the main attraction of this park so far, because it spans most of what you see. Everything like this Ferris wheel over here is all sort of built around it. So this is going to be our main attraction. So we go down here. This is the queue. And here we have this. Is it coming to the end? Is this on its way, or shall we actually start this again? Let's just return it to where we are. Okay, here we are. So, I'm actually going to ride this first. I'm actually going to shut up for a minute and just let you enjoy the ride. So here we are. We can actually get in. I could even select the seats. There we go. I'm going to select seat 3, so I think that one's best. Right, and here we go. Now, actually, I should probably note at this point, because I'm probably going to have to talk through these bits, because these are quite long, but this is the first roller coaster I ever built, and as such, there are a few design flaws. By the way, we will be checking all this out in just a moment, so I'll just let you enjoy this view. So this was the first roller coaster I ever built. I jumped straight into the game. This was what I built. I do love that bit. All of that is triggered, by the way. You can either add triggers, like when you get to a certain part in the ride, it triggers an object to do something. It's mind-bogglingly amazing. So I would say that my criticism of my own ride is there's too much of this. Too much climbing. But we're getting close to the top, and also I've added music in that changes depending on where you are on the ride with speakers. So here we go. I'm going to shut up again. See what I mean about the climbing? Well, that was supposed to be like the small bit, and this was supposed to be the build-up to the main event. So this is where the big, massive bit that goes outside. But I do love how you can like see the sky and stuff as you come through this rock. That is a really cool feature. And there we have the volcano that I'm still working on over in the distance. And there we go, to finish. So, definitely my criticism of this ride is the fact that huge build-up and the build-up before, I feel like there should have been more ride this side, but the problem that I had was that my design was I wanted to have this stuff sort of coming out the ground, and the only way I could sort of get enough speed was to have enough of a drop to like get the rise to come back out here. I couldn't build any more loops at this surface, because it always ran out of speed. If I added another loop or anything like that that ended up coming out the surface, it would get to the top and then roll backwards because it ran out of speed every single time. And I think if I was to change this, I would actually use a different type of roller coaster, because if you don't really know much about this game, all of these different types of roller coasters can be built inside this game. So this one is actually the Flawless Werewolf, but I think I should have probably used something like the launched one, the torque launched, or maybe there's actually one that does like a vertical climb somewhere. I can't remember which one it is, but there's one that does a vertical climb as well. I think it's this one, the Barge S, the Typhoon thing, which actually did a vertical climb. So I could have made that like one tower instead of this massive structure. But of course, this was the first roller coaster I ever made, and of course, it's never going to be perfect. So, where shall I start? I don't know where I should start. I'm going to start with just like flying through, and we'll go through each bit. So we had this little drop here. This is all cave system. We've got all of these lights are all added in, of course. No speakers for this bit. This is all just clean and just enjoying the drop. We've got this nice little flip over that goes through smoke. These are all particle generators that you can add, and they go into here. And you may remember that there was an explosion. Let's see if I can get the ride to come back through again. There we go. It should be on its way. And as it's going to come through here, there's a trigger that will actually trigger explosions just as it comes through the smoke screen here. Here we go. There we go. Oh, that was amazing. So it goes through here and then through this little tunnel. Whoop. You can see through the outside. There we go. There's our tunnel through some more smoke and it goes to this thing which has coloured lights as well. We can have these all different colours. So I got this in blue and then it comes out into this massive cave system. And these things sort of flap about when there's a thing that comes through and then they go back and hide. So they only come out when a roller coaster has come through. So we also have this sort of like stranded boat. I don't know why a boat would be in a cave, but I thought it'd be an interesting structure. I've also got flame generators coming out of it, so it looks like it's on fire. And I've also got a bit of water spurting out of this bit here. All of these rocks that you can see, each of these have been added. As you can see, this one's actually a bit of terrain. Got a lamp on top. All of these have been placed around myself. This is where all the time has gone. Placing rocks. I've got this little bonus thing here. We've got a golden treasure chest and a sleeping drat. Just a nice little extra I thought I'd add in. And then it comes up through this tunnel. Oh, by the way, I also had this thing so you can actually see the other bit of track through. I just thought it'd be a nice little fun bit. And then we come up to the first part of speakers. If you actually look around here, where are they? I should have speakers in all these things. Some of them might be hidden inside of the wall, but some of them might be visible. Not that I can see. Anyway, we keep going up to here, and then we have this ride right here in the middle of the underground with loads of flames sticking out. I thought this was a nice little cool steampunk, cool underground ride to stick in this thing. In fact, we can actually ride this. Let's go. Oh, God. And it's going to put us near all the flames and stuff like that for some added danger and excitement. And here we go. It's really hard to get your bearings. Okay, we're upside down at this point. It's really hard to get your bearings on this thing. It just sort of spins you around. Whoa. But of course, every single ride in this game can be experienced. So there we go. There's that bit in this cave. Let's just actually follow this track through instead of going back, and I'll show you the rest. It's very hard to know which direction to go. So there we go. It resumes. Come back through. Then we have our music. There's a speaker right there. We can actually select any different song. There's a bunch of different songs that we can play. There you go. But I have in the dark wood for all of the climbing things, just a bit of a, just sort of perk people up in this rather boring section. Then the music changes to this one as we go down here, all the way down through. Lots of nice little loopy bits right here. Oh, I just sort of lose my bearings there. And they've also got a crossover section as well, which I thought was pretty cool. So I opened up the cave system. Goes all the way through to the boring bit up. But I like the fact that this goes out into the outdoors. Thought that was a nice little thing. So we go up there. And then from this section, we can see all of the stuff going on. Now, some of you may have noticed as we were going down this, but it may have been too quick. But this little fella actually comes out when the roller coaster is about to fly. Where's the roller coaster? Is it close? Okay, let me just speed this up. You can actually see there's the thing going around in the distance. I'm just going to get it to come up this bit so I can show you as this guy pops out, because it only happens when the roller coaster passes by this bit. Okay, here we are. So this is where people would be in this tunnel. They would get this full view as this thing goes right down into the tunnels. And as it flies down, here we go, this thing comes out. You don't really see it all the time when you're on the ride because you're going so fast, but I thought it was a nice little spectacle where this thing would go past and that would come out at the same time. I thought that'd be a nice little detail. I will show you the rest of this bit in a second, but let's just continue with the track. So here we go, through here. And then it comes to another outside bit. I've got all this sort of like dark yellow cave lighting going on. This is what it looks like from the outside. Here we go. And we also have this tentacle that comes out. This isn't actually time of the track. This just comes out around in intervals because I was going to have people sort of standing here and looking down. I've also got like a bit of water leaking out. I've also got all these little details around here, including the fact that this cave actually looks through to this next bit. But no one would actually be able to see that. That was purely for my own enjoyment. So it would go down here, along, and it would come out here, which is where another ride is. Now, this ride actually goes around this rock. So this whole bit down here, not much to see. And then they come out. They don't get a wide view, but they sort of get a view in the valley, and they can also see through this cave. So that is the only way that they can actually have a look in properly, because on the ride, you're going way too fast. You're not going to see this thing. And then the ride comes through here. Again, this is all where people stand. There will be this bit right here where the ride goes through. Then they come through. Then we have a loop going around there, and a loop going around there. And then it goes through this little canyon valley to finish. God, this thing is, I love this. I love what I've done, but here's the thing. I don't know where to go next. I don't know what to do around this thing. So actually, if you guys have any ideas, let me know. And maybe when I build a huge chunk more, I'll do another update video for you guys. But let's just show you where the path is supposed to come out for people who are coming up from the surface. So this bit goes down here. And this bit goes down to this bit where the Ferris wheel was, right here. Or, if we go back up and we go down some more stairs, there's also some bit of a purple cave and stuff. You can't really go in here. It's just a nice little spectacle. And then we go down some more stairs, down here. And we have this nice little bit here. This is the view right here. But around here, we have this path. Now this part, in fact, we'll show you that in a minute. This bit here has all the amenities. Actually, everyone sort of quit their jobs because obviously they were standing here and there was no one here to sort of serve them. Let's open one up, shall we? There you go. There's a hot dog squad. What's this one here? We also have a Gulpy Energy. We also have the Chief Beef. And the Cosmic Cow Milkshakes. And the Monsieur Fuits. And the Looney Bloons. So I have a bunch of these stores and stuff. So this is supposed to be a nice little communal area that's all underground. All of these things have all been built up. They're all sort of, as you can see, as I select the building, loads of rocks. All of these rocks are individually placed. We've also got quite a few different vine things here. Also, this wall panels have been put in. And all this sort of stuff has been built around the terrain and stuff. So this is where all the time goes, because all of these little bits are all individually placed bits. There we go. Got some benches around here. Lighting. This is all water. You can't really see it because it's in the dark, but there is actually water. And there's water spurting down there. And a cave. And I've also added just this little bit of, it's supposed to be seaweed, but it looks like a bit of watery greens, whatever the term is. You know, like the sort of plant life that comes out from water. So we have that spurting down there. And down here, in this cave, all the way down here, is the ride that you saw earlier. This bit right here with all the flames and stuff coming out. And that is how it all ties together. But that is actually the full thing. This is all they've done. In fact, how do we get out? How do we get out of this thing? Oh, God, I'm trapped. Need to get out up here. And, oh, God, where am I? There you go. We get out this way. Here we go. Like that. So this is what I've spent all my time doing. There's actually nothing in this cave. I was going to have a roller coaster inside that went all the way around it. But I think all those spins would actually make it so scary and nauseating for people that they won't ride it. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do there. I might have one of those vertical drop roller coasters that will come up in the middle or something like that. But we don't actually have lava placement yet, so we only have water. Don't know if that's going to be a future thing. There you go. I can actually fill this thing up with water if I wanted. And a bit of dirty water. There we go. Yep, well, there we go. I'd love for you guys to let me know what you think. I would love for you guys to let me know if you enjoyed this game, if you like this game, if you want to see more of this game. There are so many cool builds and stuff that I want to show you the real potential, because this is, in my opinion, nowhere even close to showing the potential of this game, because this game is beautiful in what you can make. So if you guys are interested in perhaps me showcasing stuff that is on the Steam Workshop or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to love you guys to let me know what you think, because obviously if most of you aren't interested, then I won't bother. It's, you know, I make this content not just for me, but for you guys. This is, you know, I'm entertaining you. So that is why this is a democracy, and I can let me know in the comment section if this is of interest to you. But there we go. If you have any ideas of what to build next or anything like that, it would be greatly appreciated, because I've sort of run out of steam after 24 hours trying to come up with ideas. So there we go. That is Planet Coaster. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.